Imagine going about your day while the outer edges of your vision simply disappear. There are no warning signs, no blurry spots, and absolutely zero pain. Black borders begin creeping in from the periphery, slowly tightening your world into a narrow tunnel until the lights go out completely. This is glaucoma, frequently called the silent thief of sight. Millions of people lose their vision to it because they assume failing eyesight is an issue with a lens losing its focus. But this specific type of blindness is actually a microscopic plumbing failure. Take a look at this schematic. It maps the human eye as a highly precise enclosed hydraulic system. We have to measure flow rates, structural resistance, and volume gradients to understand how the machinery actually operates. For light to focus correctly on your retina, the eye has to maintain a perfectly spherical geometric shape. Yes, right now depends entirely on that delicate mechanical balance holding steady. And if that unseen machinery falters, it can destroy your sight before you even realize there's a problem. To see exactly how a pressure failure happens, we need to map the daily operation of the eye's internal core engine. Looking at this cross-section, we start at the ciliary body, a faucet secreting aqueous humor. This fluid washes over the lens to the drain, exiting through the porous trabecular meshwork. This continuous exchange locks the intraocular pressure at a baseline of 15 millimeters of mercury. This pressure is contained by a rigid outer boundary. This first panel details the sclera, a dense, unyielding collagen shell. It acts as an inflexible vault that holds the eye's shape. Because that outer hole cannot stretch to accommodate excess fluid, any microscopic blockage in the drainage grate traps incoming fluid inside the vault. The internal pressure immediately begins to climb. The trabecular drain becomes clogged with cellular debris, but the ciliary body keeps pumping fresh fluid into the enclosed space. Deprived of an exit, the trapped fluid aggressively compresses. The intraocular pressure rapidly spikes well beyond that safe 15 millimeter baseline. Fluid distributes force evenly. Since the front wall and sides of the eye are heavily reinforced, that intense hydraulic pressure radiates straight back, concentrating all its mechanical force on the weakest point, the rear wall. That rear wall is where the delicate optic nerve connects to the brain. The concentrated fluid pressure physically crushes the nerve fibers, snapping the cables that transmit visual data. The patient feels absolutely nothing while this happens. The specific fluid chambers undergoing this extreme pressurization lack internal pain receptors, leaving the brain entirely blind to the active destruction of its own hardware. By the time the dark black borders appear in your peripheral vision, the nerve cables are already dead. This permanent blindness is a direct consequence of simple hydraulic overpressurization.